thoughts on tonight's ball game?
It should be a good one again. Got a big ranked opponent coming in, undefeated in the AMC and in the country right now. So you got to love playing these games. I don't know why you wouldn't. You get to play them at home in front of a big crowd. For Freed Hardeman, they'll be in all maroon with Freed Hardeman in white on front on the visiting scoreboard side. And for William Woods, looking like the old Celtics, all white with Woods and forest green on front. As we get ready to jump tip here, we'll get started for a good one.
Tip is controlled by Freed Hardeman as their big man, Daniel Gravate, goes 6'8", and the Owls are going to deal with some size tonight.
We're going to see that zone again from him. Worked for him last Thursday against Hannibal.
Nice pass inside. Gravate gets the bucket. Give an assist to Teichman. Pretty interior passing quickly, 2-0 Lions. That active 2-1-2 zone, and now Burgess is bumped, and the foul is going to be on the big fella, Gravate. I almost introduced him as a point guard.
He's from Memphis, Tennessee.
They have 3 starters that hail from Memphis. They really hit the trail in Memphis. A lot of good basketball. And as I mentioned, they're 15-0, so they're finding some gems in Memphis. Here's a bucket by P.J. Lewis. Lewis hits the bucket, and the Owls deadlocked at 2 with Freed Hardeman. 19-10 to play. Here's a long 3, and that's good from Ben Mees. Mees, a 6'6" junior from Memphis, gives Freed Hardeman the 5-2 lead. Freed Hardeman opens in a man-to-man defense, and one thing they do is they switch on all picks. We're seeing it in the first couple possessions. That's something a lot of teams don't do until late in the game. Freed Hardeman does it consistently. Here's Helly, jump hook in the lane, good. He sticks it home over 6'8" Gravate. 5-4, 18-30 to play. Freed Hardeman into the half court. As my partner mentioned, the Owls playing an active 2-1-2 zone. Here's a quick 3, no good, short front iron. Rebound fought for out of bounds. It'll be William Woods' ball. It's Dontre Jenkins battling on the glass, and the Mayor comes out ahead in that one. This is off Orlando Bass. The Owls' ball.
You play that much basketball, you learn how to box out, right?
Absolutely. The bigger your derriere is, the better you are at boxing out.
Blake Bird is from downtown. Just short.
Rebounded by Freed Hardeman's Gravate. They get it into front court. Teichman lob inside. Up fake, now the bucket. He missed it. Shot was altered by Thomas and Helly. Good look there for Teichman. Now this is P.J. Lewis to the back. Left it short. Beat his defender but couldn't finish. Freed Hardeman down the front court. This is Wooten, left wing. Drives on Thomas, and he's fouled. Seth's going to be called for the bump. We've mentioned it on previous broadcasts. This season, all of college basketball is emphasizing no hand checking if we're the on-the-ball defender. How do you like that rule by now, partner?
I'm a little different about it because it doesn't get called all the time is the thing. If it's going to be a rule, she'll get called all the time. But I know they're experimenting with it. This basket's good by Freed. 7-4. Owls down by 3. P.J. Lewis looks to drive.
Last field goal for the Lions was Kyle Teichman. Teichman leads the Lions at 17.3 per game.
He leads them in size too, doesn't he?
He goes 6'6", and actually he's second in size. Big 6'8" Gravate. That rolls off the tongue. 6'8" Gravate.
Some big boys down there.
Here's Burgess. Gravate even rocks the Abraham Lincoln-like beard to make him look even more menacing. Here's Burgess. A bomb from the corner, no good. Rebound with one hand by Teichman. Teichman averages 7.7 boards to go with his 17-plus scoring average. Here's a 3, top of the key, no good. Back iron. Rebound tapped out by Mees. Now Mees gets it back on the left wing. They get it inside to Teichman. The pass across the lane is picked off by the Mayor. He gets into the front court, nearly poked away. Now he'll back it out on the dribble. Dontre Jenkins, a steadying force. He's a veteran senior from New Battery. P.J. Lewis down the lane. Nice pass to Helly with a foul on the floor, and that's unfortunate for the Owls. Even though it's a foul on free Helly had a layup.
Defensive foul number 31, Orlando Bass, his first team.
7-4. Owls down 3 at the 6:30 mark. Nutt waits at the scores table. He'll check in, the first sub for the Owls tonight. This is Lewis from downtown. Ties it up 7-7.
The assist to Blake Burgess. P.J. Lewis. It's a long three. Mees. Top of the key route, and they swing it on the perimeter. Three ball, no good from Bass. And now they're going to count the bucket. That's way after the foul. Wow. That's a terrible call by the official. And the fans are really giving it to him. Coach Tada, he's had his hands on his hips and can't believe it. That was borderline NBA continuation.
Who's that foul on? Is that on Seth Thomas?
Yeah, I never even saw him signal. I think he was floating and called the foul. Took a lot of heat from the crowd and the bench. Regardless, 10-7 Freed leads. We're under 16 minutes to play here in the first half. Thomas gets it back. He'll shoot a three. Good. A nice pick and pop as he worked with P.J. Lewis. Give Lewis the assist. Here's a steal by Lewis and a foul. P.J. Lewis, he picked the pocket of Orlando and then fouled him out of frustration.
Couple subs. I'll go ahead and set the Owls for you. Kushaw, Bittner, Lewis, Burgess, and Nutt. And Mack will check in for the first time tonight.
Chandler Mack, a 6'7" junior from Corpus Christi, Texas. Saw Corpus Christi had some sleet a couple days ago.
Yeah, down there in Houston. That's unreal. That guy's long and lanky too.
Here's Lewis.
Mack goes
to the bucket
6'7" as well.
Kicks it to Nutt, passed up a three, right elbow jumper, no good. Tipped by Kushel, but controlled by Mees. Good look by Jonathan Nutt, the talented senior from Palmyra, Missouri. Pass inside, deflected by Kushel. Excellent low post defense as he's defending big number 34, Kyle Teichman. Lions to inbound. They get it in. A runner off the glass is good by Teichman. 12-10. Freed leads as we approach the 15-minute mark. Quick three by Lewis is good. P.J. Lewis drains his second trifecta of the half, and they lead 13-12. Lewis with 7 points in the game. Nice pass inside Teichman. His bucket's good, and give an assist to Daniel Gravate. This is Burgess left wing as this lead has been seesawed a couple times. Burgess in the paint, kicks to Nutt, right corner. Now Bittner in the game, long three. Good. He passed it home, and the Owls are on fire from downtown. 16-14. Low post entry, Teichman. He's doubled by Lewis. Now three ball, no good, short. Fought for, controlled by Burgess. This crowd is into the game. Burgess all the way to the hole. Layup's good. Owls taking momentum. Gotta love what you see so far, partner, at the 14-minute mark. 18-14 Owls lead. This capacity crowd, it's standing room only at Anderson Arena. On their feet chanting defense. Lions swing the ball perimeter. Lob inside and a tomahawk jam off the alley-oop. Give the assist to Wooten.
He went up and got that thing, didn't he?
Give the bucket to Chandler Mack just in the game. You said he was long and lean.
He took off for the block.
Wow. That'll quiet a crowd. Here's Buck on the dribble. Gets it to Bittner. Quick three. Short front iron. Long rebounded Nutt. He'll fire a three. No good. Back iron. Rebound Kushel. I think about three-pointers. A lot of long rebounds to go around. Here's Burgess. He'll fire a three. They're going to call an illegal moving screen on Kushel, and I'm on the refs a lot. I'll give him credit for that one. I thought Clayton moved on a pick to free up the shooter. We've got a lot of substitutions.
18-16, Owls up 2 at the 13-minute mark. And Brea will check in for the first time for the Lions, along with McLemore. And I'll set the Owls. It's Nutt, Lewis, Kushaw, Bittner, and Jenkins.
This is good. Perea gets it on the baseline. A missed shot by Gilmore just in the game. Reginald Gilmore. Owls look to run. Lewis in the paint kicks to Bittner. Now to Jenkins. He moves down the paint. A floater, no good. The Mayor gets his own rebound. He'll dribble out and reset. We were just talking about the South Philly from Garland from LaSalle. Won an NCAA game last year. That was a Mayor's version. That was a New Madrid floater.
A New Madrid floater.
Here's Kushel. Backs his man down. Get in a foul. Clayton Kushel hits with the left hand, and he's fouled. We'll have a chance at an old-fashioned three-play.
Ryan Hill into the game for the first time tonight. Lewis will get a break. Great start by Lewis. He's got 7 in the game. I'm sorry, 8 in the game. Two threes and a bucket.
Kushel's free throw is good. That's a good sign for the Owls as Kushel comes in. A 61% foul shooter. He hits the old-fashioned three. Now the Owls look to trap in the half court, as this zone has frustrated Freed Hardeman at times. And now we have a foul. It's going to be on Kushel, as he was battling in the low block with Isaiah Harrison. Our partner's on top of it. That's 2 fouls on Kushel, and it looks like Eli Fleer will check in the game.
Fleer, he goes a little 6'10". He won't have no problem with size or strength down there.
Here's a jumper on the baseline. Fleer alters the shot. Rebound fought for. Fleer fouls number 32, Isaiah. And Harrison hits the bucket, and he'll head to the stripe.
I can't get up. I know the biggest guy on the court's 6'8", they say. Eli's even 6'10", but Mac, now I'll tell you what, man, that guy, I can't get over how long he is. It's unbelievable. Said he's only 6'7". He looks about 7 foot from here. Looks like Durant body.
He flew in from someplace else in that dunk.
Wow. 21-18, Owls up by 3 at the 12-minute mark.
Here's Nutt. He looks at a three, now backs it out on the dribble. Uses a pick from Thomas. Pick and pop. Thomas to the catch. Had his defender up in the air, but he'd already given it up to the Mayor. The Mayor, nice move. Spin dribble, 15-footer, good. He yo-yoed his defender to sleep. Veteran move. Spun on his pivot foot and hit the jumper. Here's Harrison, knocked away by Jenkins, who hits the deck. They swing it on the perimeter. This is Mack. Jump stop, and they call it travel. I thought it was a good move. I think he fooled him. You said as long as he is. I don't think it was a travel.
He split the defenders with the jump stop, and I mean, you got the pivot foot. I don't know. It's a tough call.
It's not like little fish. We're not throwing them back. We're going to keep that one. Now the Mayor in the half court, 23-18. 11:20 to play. Now we have another illegal pick. And I believe they're going to get Seth Thomas.
Wow, that's going to be his third, I believe. His second.
But it's still going to send him to the bench as quickly Coach Tata gets Bittner into the game. I'm Coach Tata. I'm telling the bigs, I want to see 5 fouls out of each of you. Kushel and Fleer, use them up.
No doubt.
Here's McLemore into the front court. They get it on a give and go. Back to Harrison. Harrison missed the first one, got his own rebound, and puts it back up and in. 23-20. Owls lead 11 to play in the first half. Jenkins hands to Nutt. Nutt wearing a psychedelic spearmint shoes again this evening. Here's Ryan Hill, talented freshman, gets it to the Mayor. Right corner, Nutt. Bounce pass inside the Fleer. Jump hook off the glass, no good. Harrison the rebound. Now Freed looks to push. They get into the front court. You're right. I think Mac's about 7 feet tall. Somebody missed that.
No doubt, man. No doubt. There ain't no way I got 6'7". I mean, he's eye to eye with Fleer. Fleer's 6'10".
He's long and lean. He can suit up in a straw. Just cut some holes in a straw, and there you go.
Stick.
Tony Mayer. You think the mayor thinks he's being guarded by Mac? What are we doing with this guy on?
He better fade away. Get that.
Here's Hill to Jenkins, top of the key. Finds Nutt on a curl. 3-ball. Good. Jonathan Nutt, and the Owls are on fire downtown.
Owls now 5 of 9 from downtown. Over 50%.
26-20. Here's Mack for 3. No good. Too strong, but the putback is good by Perea. 26-22. Well, if you're William Woods, you love to see Mack taking 3-pointers. Keep him out of the paint. Here's Jenkins. He hands to Hill. They run some top of the key weave. Hill bounce pass to Nutt. Up fake in the right corner. He's guarded by Mack. Now he'll dribble out. Trying to lose Mack on a screen. Gets it to Mayer. 12 to shoot on the shot clock. He finds Nutt in the left corner. Bounce pass inside Fleer. He's double teamed. Puts it on the deck and dribbles it off his foot out of bounds. And the big fella's got to feel that double team and kick it to a teammate.
Teichman will check back in for Freed Hardeman. Burgess will check back in for the Owls.
As part of the development of Eli Fleer on that double team and finding an opponent.
26-22.
30-second timeout taken.
Owls up 4 at the 9:20 mark. This timeout is brought to you by Sir Winston's, located in Business 54 in historical Fulton, Missouri here. 573-642-7733. Call them for any kind of banquet or catering needs. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Teams huddle up, and this has been an impressive first half so far for the Owls as they host the number 3 team in the country, Freed Hardeman. Owls have really taken it to them. Got a capacity crowd here as this crowd showed up today for the women's game. At halftime of the women's game, the second William Woods Athletics Hall of Fame class was inducted. We'll talk about that as we move through our broadcast, but they've stuck around for the men's game, and it's a vibrant capacity crowd standing room only at Anderson Arena. Here's Fleer with a foul as he fouls Teichman. And like I said, I have no problem with that partner. I want Eli to use all 5 of them. Same thing with Kushel, because they're not giving up size, but they're playing some really talented wide bodies.
That's going to be Eli's second, the team's 7th. So at the 9-minute mark, Freed will be in the 1-1 at least. Eli will get a break. Helly will check back in for the Owls. Owls still up 4. Teichman shoots 1-1 and makes the first one.
Teichman, a 77% shooter. That's his 70th free throw attempt of the season. I bet Freed Hardeman sends a lot of teams 1-1 early with their big bodies.
He makes both.
26-24 Owls lead as we hit the 9-minute mark. This is between the legs dribble. He hands to Burgess. Top of the key. Trying to lose a couple defenders. Down the lane, his shot's rejected, but a foul. Foul's going to be on Mees as Burgess got to the bucket.
Defensive foul number 20, Ben Mees, his second.
He'll head to the stripe to shoot 2. Blake's at his finest stretch of his career. Last 6 games, he's carried the Owls. He's coming off a career high 23-point effort versus Hannibal.
He's got 2 today.
I think the most impressive thing past 6 games, he's shooting 53.7% from the field. One thing to score a lot of points, another thing to shoot a high percentage.
No doubt.
It's good to see the First Lady of William Woods University Athletics, Kirsty Vitoni, is in the house today. Jason Vitoni's lovely wife. She's here, perky as ever, watching Owls basketball.
27-24. Owls up 3. Just under 9 minutes here to play. Burgess looks to extend it to 4. And he does.
Blake drains both free throws. He's got 4 in the game. Now the Owls show some full court pressure. Let's see if they look to trap. Freed crosses the timeline. Now they'll set up shop, half court. As a student body chance defense. There's a left wing kick. Now they try to kick it inside of Teichman, too tall. The turnover will be on Austin Dempsey. Passes out of bounds. It'll be Owls ball. Free Hardeman, Coach Shelton using a lot of his bench as he's rotated 10 or 11 guys into the game already. Unlike the ladies team.
They got about 5, maybe 7 they play. And they can all play.
Here's Hill to Burgess, three-pointer, good. That's a long two. Got a toenail on the line. 30-24, Owls lead by 6. That's their largest lead of the game. Easy for me to say. Here's Mack, low post entry to Harrison. Left hook, no good. Rebound, Hill. He went way up the elevator. That one. Hill into the front court. Burgess, bounce pass, low post, Helly. He spins lefty off the glass. Good. He hit that thing off balance, fading away. That's one of those Coach Titus said, no, good shot. You ever hear that when you played?
Why are you shooting that? Good shot.
They swing it on the perimeter. This is Mack. Teichman baseline jumper, no good. Rebound, Freed Hardeman missed the putback. That was Dempsey. Owls rebound, they look to run. Here's Hill in the front court. Down the lane, cradles the ball. Oh, he missed the lefty layup. Beautiful move by Ryan Hill. He rocked the cradle with the left hand, but missed the ball. Here's Mack. Nice pass. He gets to Harrison for a two-hand jam. Good assist to Mack.
Harrison's a good-looking player. He's got 6 points, 3 rebounds.
How would you like to have those two guys coming off the bench?
Wow. Long and lanky. Teichman's thick and big. And then you got them two, long and lanky, man. They got 4 guys, man, legitimate 6'8" to 6'10", man. Wow.
There's Burgess in the low post. Step back, nothing doing. Big 3, no good, it rims out. Rebound Mack as he snatches it near the top of the square. Get it up ahead, Dempsey. Nearly a travel, but he got away with it. They kick it on the baseline. Teichman spins in the lane. What a call a charge as Helly stepped in to take the contact.
32-26, 6:30 here to play. Lewis checks back in for the Owls. And McLemore will check back in for the Lions. And Garvette will check back in as well.
6'8" Gravate. Back in the game.
Sorry, Gravate. 6'8" Gravate.
That's how you remember it right there.
Like
you play games with yourself.
That's like a dice game.
Here's Lewis up and under. Almost hit the circus shot, but he missed it. Rebounded by Freed's McLemore. Gets it into the front court. Now they'll pull it out and set. A quick 3, excuse me. Good from downtown as McLemore hit Wooten, and Wooten cans the 3. 32-29, 6-minute mark. Owls have taken it right to the number 3 team in the country. This is Helly against the bigger Teichman. He kicks it to Nutt, but it's stolen by Wooten. You heard him yelling Wolf, Wolf as Lewis was in the trail. Here's a quick 3, good. McLemore drains it, back-to-back threes, has us deadlocked at 32, 5:35 to play. Coach Toto lets it play on. I thought he might call a timeout. He jumped off the bench. He's going the Dean Smith route. He's going to save him. Here's Burgess at 2, no good. Had a clean look but missed it. Now Wooten looks to run. He throws a lob, nobody home. Burgess the pick. Up ahead to Nutt, left sideline. Jonathan Nutt all the way to the basket. He missed it, tip no good. Rebound fought for, out of bounds. It'll be freed ball. And the Owls blow a golden opportunity. They have 3-on-1 numbers.
Gilmore will check in for the Lions. Jenkins will check in for the Owls. I'll set them for you. It's Jenkins, Lewis, Burgess, Helly, and Bittner. 5:12 here to play. We're deadlocked at 32.
Oh, the barn is on fire, partner. We got a dandy at Anderson Arena.
Both teams in the bonus here. 5 minutes to play. Both at 1-1.
Wooten, as the mayor extends his defense, as Wooten has hit a long 3 that's opened some eyes. Owls still in that tenacious 2-1-2 zone. They get it inside, and it's going to be a foul, a bucket and a foul. Count the basket as Gravate hits the shot over Helly. Matt will be whistled for the foul, and Gravate will head to the stripe.
his first.
Chance to finish with the old-fashioned three-point play.
This is the Lions' first lead of the game. Trey Lacey will check in for the first time tonight. The redshirt freshman transfer from Moberly Area Community College High School, Southern Boone, down there in Ashland.
Gravate splashes the free throw home. It's 35-32. Freed leads. 4:50 to play. Freed on a 9-0. Owls led 32-26. Here's Lewis down the lane. Double clutch off the glass. No good. He missed it. Rebounded by Gilmore. Now into the front court. This is McLemore. He leaves it for Wooten. Long three. Back iron. No good. Rebound. Gilmore no good. Put back good, but they got a charge. They're going to whistle Reginald Gilmore the charge and give credit to Trey Lacey just in the ball game. My partner just introduced him to the game, and he comes in and makes a good defensive play. I give him credit not just for good defense, but courage. Take that one from Gilmore. It's not a small man he's drawing a charge from.
Who is small at Freed?
You're not kidding. I don't know what the water's like down there, but my goodness. Here's Burgess on a curl. He hits the 15-footer from the right elbow. Pick from Lacey. So Lacey making contributions that you don't see in the box score. He's taking a charge and set a pick to free up Burgess. Here's a baseline jumper. Should have been a foul. So they don't call it. Rebound and put back by Gilmore. 37-34, under 4 to play in the first half. Freed leads. Here's Burgess. He's picked up on a switch by Gravate. Gets it to Lewis, and Lewis is fouled. PJ will head to the stripe for a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Defensive foul number 25, Dylan Wooten, his first team.
Wooten's first foul. It's the 9th team foul.
Heisman and Harrison will check back in for the Lions. And the Owls will stay the same. Down 3:44 here to play.
PJ a 50% shooter from the stripe. First one is good. He splashed it home. That one was money.
Lewis now at 9 in the game.
I'm going to ask you something. I know I've said it before, but PJ stands probably 16 feet from the basket. He's way behind the free throw line. He is both of them. He needs to stay where he is.
Whatever works.
37-36, Mack down the lane. Finger roll is good. Feathery touch on the rim. He rolls up, and there's nothing you can do about that. Keep him out of the lane. That's the only thing you can do. Here's Lewis, a steal, and a run out, and a jam by Isaiah Harrison.
Wow, that guy
Coach travel. Here's PJ Lewis. Hands it to the mayor. Owls trail 41-36. Their biggest deficit of the first half. Now Lewis, they keep switching on picks, and a near steal, and a steal. They get it up ahead. This is Mack. Oh, tomahawk jam attempt, and he's fouled by PJ Lewis as Lewis undercut him. And man, he went down hard. We hope that young man's okay. Goodness gracious. He rose up way above the square. He was going to jam it with one hand, and he was undercut by PJ Lewis. There was nothing malicious about it. PJ just got caught in no man's land and got a piece of him as he rose up to dunk, and they're going to call a flagrant foul, which will be 2 shots in the ball. And first and foremost, we hope that Mack is okay. That was a nasty spill, partner.
He ain't got much meat on him either to cushion the fall. He's 6'7". He can't be more than about 220. He's long and lanky.
He's still down as athletic training staff is out to look at him. Assistant trainer Mike McElhaney is out, as well as the head coach Jason Shelton, and now he's at a seated position. He's on his feet, and he's going to walk off under his own power. That's a good sign. As he walks to the Lions bench. And I don't know what he's upset at, unless he's upset at PJ Lewis.
Yeah, he is.
I really think there was no intent there, and not just because we know PJ very well, and you know we're broadcasting for William Woods. I just think he got caught in no man's land and bumped him. I don't know what you saw on the play, but that was my interpretation.
Yeah, it's a tough play, and if you get dumped, you're going to be mad, obviously, but I don't think it was on purpose. But it's not like they've played free before. They didn't play high school together. There's no history behind it. So I don't know why he would do that. You know what I mean? So hopefully Mac's all right, and he looks like he's going to be. Just a little angry, but hey, when emotions are running in game, you're going to have some competition, a little anger. He makes them both 43 to 36.
And Mees hit both free throws, as by rule, Freed can insert anybody in the game. They go to Mees, who's only 5 of 6 on the year, and he started every game. That was a nice inbounds play as Wooten finds Teichman cutting down the lane. He hits the left-hand layup. There's a travel not called. Lacey missed a shot. Rebound Helly tries to get it up. He knocks it down, a foul. Matt Helly, great job on the offensive glass. And then he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. Helly wearing the pink socks today. We mentioned it earlier, Coaches versus Cancer, a great cause. Southpaw's free throw is no good, rims out. Run down in the corner by Harrison. Pass up ahead, this is Mees, guarded by Lacey. Now he's swinging on the perimeter. This is McLemore. Between the legs dribble, kicks to Mees. Back to McLemore, top of the key. Now Wooten right wing. Al's trapping out of that zone. Burgess runs out on him. Back iron, no good. Rebound McLemore, try to show. 3 bodies hit the deck. McLemore winds up with a 3. Good from downtown. And we have a foul.
Leon Harrison.
I believe they're going to count the basket. They do count the basket. It's a three-pointer to give Free Hardeman a 48-38 lead. So a foul away from the ball, as my partner noted on Harrison. It'll send Lacey to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Actually, it's going to be 2 shots because the Owls are in the double bonus. Looked like Harrison just pulled Lacey to the deck as they battled for position. And now we have a stoppage in play.
Blood on Helly. You can see it on his right arm there.
By rule, he'll have to leave the game and get cleaned up. If it's on a uniform, he'll have to wear a different jersey. So we're waiting on the training staff. The training staff was down attending to Mac. So training staff very busy is Mike McElhaney and graduate assistant, as well as student assistant, Big Isaac Dotson. Why not throw Big Isaac in there? He goes 6'8". Everybody else is 6'8". Might as well make the student trainer 6'8". Isaac Dotson, a freshman on the Owls baseball team. He fits right into his broadcast at 6'8".
Entering the game for William Woods, number 22, Nate Bittner.
A lot of stuff going on. Owls down 10 here, 48-38.
Owls led 36-32. And Freed is on a 16-4 run. Lacey hits the free throw, 48-39. This place was jumping as the Owls held a 6-point lead. Quiet now as Lacey shoots a second free throw. He splashes it home. He hits the free throw, and Jonathan Nutt checks into the game for P.J. Lewis. Eli Fleur also checking in. He'll replace Lacey. Now the Owls show a full court 2-2-1 press. With the trap on the sideline. Teichman to McLemore, back to Teichman. Free Hardeman breaks the pressure. McLemore down the lane, poked away from behind by the mayor. Bodies on the floor. Burgess comes up with it. Fleur up ahead to Jenkins. Not a nut. The steal by Jenkins. Now Bittner dribbles it off his foot. Picked up by Teichman. Up ahead, a foul by Jenkins. Hard foul from behind. It's Fitzgerald Hopkins just into the game. Missed the layup. Foul from behind. He'll shoot 2. That's a good foul by Dontra. Save the bucket.
The mayor knows what he's doing. He knows what he can get away with and what he can't. I bet he hadn't had a flagrant foul called on him. What do you think?
No, he talks to those officials too much. Just like he talks to everybody on campus. That's why we nicknamed him the mayor. Told him he should run for office someday.
He might.
Mayor of New Madrid.
I vote for him.
Or the mayor of Fulton, second home. Free throws good, 49-40, the Lions lead. Pictures are brought to you by Javier Ledesma. He's our cameraman. Hails from the Dominican Republic, a slick infielder on the Owls baseball team. Here's Jenkins to Bittner, top of the key. Bittner puts it on the deck. Freed's been in a man-to-man the entire game. Burgess to Nutt in the corner. Jonathan into the lane. A lot of contact, no call. Burgess to put back, missed it. Rebound fall. Heisman runs it down in the corner. Thought Nutt was fouled on the drive, no call. Here's Hopkins. It's a great name, Fitzgerald Hopkins. Lob inside. And they got a jump. Eli Fleer ties up. Reginald Gilmore. Gilmore didn't like the call. The jump ball will give it back to Woods. Coach Sutton didn't like the call either. (49-40), Owls trails. We hit the 1 minute mark in the first half. Jenkins dribbles on the left wing. Plenty of time to shoot. He gets it to Bittner. Goes to the basket. Layup's good. Took it right at Gilmore. Bittner. It's at 49-42. 5 seconds to play. And the crowd once again getting back into it as they chant defense. Owls look to get a stop before the intermission. Pass inside, they work it out to Hopkins. His three-pointer is good. He splashed it home over Burgess. 52-42. Jenkins in the front court. The Owls can play for the last shot if they like. Shot clock's turned off. 20 seconds to play in the first half, and they will opt to play for the last shot. Jenkins holds the ball. No pressure from Freeds McLemore. Now to Burgess, top of the key. 8 seconds. He hands to Nutt. Back to Burgess. 3-ball. Good. He hit it. Give me assist to Nutt. 1 second left. A long full court shot off the glass. No good by McLemore, and well-designed play by Coach Todd and his staff as Burgess slipped out of the pick-and-roll two-man game with Nutt. Nutt hitting with a pass, and Blake knocked down the three-pointer to beat the buzzer at the half. The number 3 ranked team in the country, Freed Hardeman, leads the Owls 52-45. What an exciting half of basketball as these teams head to the intermission. Now on that note, I'll bring my partner in, Craig McAndrews. Take it away, Craig.
Alrighty, for Freed Hardeman shot 54% from the field, 44 from downtown, 77% from the stripe. They had 21 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals, 11 turnovers, 0 blocks, committed 11 fouls, and got 26 from their bench. William Woods shot 48% from the field, 50 from downtown, 87% from the stripe, just missed one of them. 14 rebounds, got out-rebounded by 7. They had 6 steals, 7 turnovers, 3 steals, 6 assists, 0 blocks, committed 10 fouls, and got 13 for their bench. So the Owls down 7.5. I'll turn it over to my partner. He'll run down some individual stats.
We'll start with the Owls. They're led in scoring by Blake Burgess, who continues his torrid play. He had 11, joined in double figures P.J. Lewis with 10. Owls also get 6 from Matt Helly on 3 of 3 shooting from the field. They get 5 points from Nate Bill, 3 apiece from Jonathan Nutt, Clayton Kushel, and Seth Thomas, and 2 apiece from Dontre Jenkins and Trey Lacey. Rebound department, trio of Owls had 2 rebounds, and Jonathan Nutt led him with 3 assists. For Freed Hardeman, very balanced, but they're led in scoring by their leading scorer, Kyle Teisman. He comes in averaging just over 17 a game, and he has 10 at the break. So there you have it. There's some numbers from the first half. An exciting and entertaining first half of basketball. We're going to take about an 11-12 minute break, and then we'll be back to bring you second half action. You've been listening to Owls Basketball. Welcome back to Anderson Arena. We just finished the first half of basketball here, American Midwest Conference action. Freed Hardeman leads the host Owls 52-45. A great effort in the first half by William Woods as they were in a back and forth battle most of the half with the number 3 team in the country. Freed Hardeman, I mentioned, comes in 15-0, 9-0 in AMC play. They're the 3rd ranked team in the country, so William Woods, a tough foe to say the least, but they've answered the bell today, and hopefully they can close this gap and play a spirited second half as well. Very impressed, Craig, with the first half. Owls brought their A game. They're just up against a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, they got weapons from all angles. Freed Hardeman does, and Owls are going to have to continue to shoot it and run that tough zone at them. The zone's been effective still. Only a 7-foot down 7 going into half to number 3 in the country, undefeated Freed Hardeman. So like where you're at, but you can't be happy. You got to keep attacking. They shot 50% from downtown and 48 from the field, so the Owls couldn't have shot much better. I mean, you shoot 50%, almost 90% from the stripe. I mean, you're shooting it well. Hopefully that can continue in the second half.
Freed will have the first possession. We mentioned it throughout the first half, but all the years we've been doing NAI basketball, the last 5 or 6 years, this is the tallest team across the board that I've ever seen at this level.
No doubt.
And they run 6'7", 6'8", 6'8", and run it off the bench as well.
Orlando Bass, he starts the second half. He started the first half, was real quiet, didn't play more than about 7 minutes, held to 0 points, so he can shoot it, we know that.
There's a 3 from Thomas, short front iron, rebounded by Wooten. Gets into the front court. Now he'll get it back. Wooten a 3, no good. Back iron, rebounded by Jenkins. Outlet to Thomas into the front court. Behind the back dribble, he'll pull up right elbow. Now he kicks it to P.J. Lewis. P.J. to the bucket, runner on the baseline. Bad flush of the toilet, rebounded by Mees. Both teams struggling early. We've played a minute. Still 52-45. That was our halftime score. Wooten surveys this Owl zone. They get it left elbow. Now back to Mees. Wooten. Baseline Teichman. Teichman, the leading scorer. He led in the first half with 10. Mees a long 3. Splashed it home. 55-45. Lions lead. 18:33 to play.
Like I talked about before, Bass averaging 14 a game. Was shut out in the first half, so Al's doing a good job on him.
Did a good job on him. He was saddled with some foul problems, as you mentioned. You beat a team like this, you really have to get breaks. You have to play really well to win a game. Here's Helly. He gets bumped. No call. Owls need to stop here. 55-45. 10-point lead. Matches the Lions' largest of the game. Here's Teichman as he gets it up and down over Helly in the low post. Give Mees the assist. P.J. Lewis, he gets bumped by Mees, and they call a foul.
You know, you say everybody has a look-alike in life somewhere. A look-alike or a twin. I'd have to say this. Orlando Bass looks just like Kanye West. The rapper and entertainer. I mean, he might be his twin brother, and that is scary. You got to zoom in on him a little bit.
He could take full advantage of that, couldn't he?
Kanye West named his son Northwest. His first name's North, last name West.
The directional kid. Lob inside. There's P.J. Lewis, a 3. Good. P.J. Lewis, his third trifecta of the game. He now has 13 in the game. 57-48. Freed leads. 17-13 to play. Nice pass inside. Another call foul. The pass was by Gravate as he hit his post partner, Teichman. Teichman will head to the stripe and shoot 2. Fouls on Burgess. Burgess' first foul. Will send Teichman to the line. Teichman's first on the way is good. Teichman, a 77% foul shooter. If there's a weakness on this Freed Hardeman team, they only shoot 67% as a team from the line. Of course, when you're blowing people out, it doesn't come into play quite as much.
I think Lewis is faster with the ball in his hand than he is without.
He's like a drunken butterfly, moves so quick. Wow.
That can move shot. I know we talk about him a lot. He almost runs sideways. I'd like to see him around the bases.
Maybe you just give him, is it legal to dribble a basketball while you run the bases?
I don't know.
I'll have to look into that. Here's Kanye West / Bass, missed a three-pointer. With a foul call, it's going to be on Freed.
Let's see coming in. Bass coming in shooting on the year from downtown.
Team second.
Fouls on Gravate while my partner looks that up. That's his second foul. That's the Lions' second team foul of the second half.
He's 38% from downtown on the year.
It's a solid percentage. He struggled tonight. Here's Thomas a three. Good. He splashed it home from deep on the left wing. Owls are within 8. Give an assist to the mayor. Here's Wooten. Dribbles top of the key off center. Now to Mees, you got to guard him. He's shown tremendous range here in the game today. Mees, he'll launch a three right on cue. It's no good. Bad flush of the toilet. Back out. Now Bass in the scoring column as he hits the putback. Here's P.J. Lewis off the made bucket. He stripped the ball out of bounds. It'll remain Owls' ball. Coach Tata wanted a foul.
61-51. Owls down 10 at the 15:52 mark.
Jonathan Nutt checks into the game. He'll replace Jenkins. Nutt to inbound. He lobs out front. This is Helly. P.J. Lewis top of the key and a steal by Wooten. He stepped on the sideline. Good hustle by Wooten. Nearly saved it. But it will remain Owls basketball. Well, inbound just in front of the scorer's table. Over there by Scott Barker, our PA announcer. He does a fine job. What the holdup is here. It's usually the shot clock.
26 seconds going to be on the shot clock.
Okay, there they go. Never was a possession. Now Thomas will dribble up court. Dribbles between the circles near midcourt. He barks out of play. Hands to Nutt. Fake the handoff. Now gets it to Nutt, left wing. Nutt guarded by Wooten. Jonathan been held to 3 points. He comes in averaging 14.9. Need to get him going in the second half. Here's Thomas a three as the shot clock's expiring. Ball's tipped out. It'll be off of Freed and remain Owls ball. The basketball got lost down there in the Anderson Crazies.
The Hoop Crew, they call themselves, the Pike House here on campus.
Got all kinds of stuff going on. Cowboy hats.
Guys dressed like Woody in Toy Story, the movie.
Here's, oh yeah, you're right. Didn't notice that. Good call. You got Kanye West, Toy Story. You're not missing a beat tonight, are you?
I got all sorts of celebrities in the house.
All I can see is his hat.
He got the Woody on. William Woods Woody. Maybe they traded him in for the Screech the Owl.
All right, it's Screech back here. I'm going to talk to Jason Vitoni, our Director of Athletics. That has to be the top of his priority list this week.
Screech has got to be back in the house.
Here's P.J. Lewis to the bucket as he blew past Mees. Mees looked like a sign on the side of the road. Steal line from the great Hall of Fame announcer Ernie Harwell. 61-53. Back within 8. They won't go away. Here's Bass. Bounce pass to Mees. Left corner. Three ball. No good. Rimmed out as Gravate tried a three. Rebounded by Thomas. Tough rebound by Seth in traffic. He dribbles into the front court. He'll pull it up top of the key. Pass to Nutt, and Nutt will set the offense out near midcourt.
Partner, it looks like Mac's going to be okay. He's going to check in here at the next dead ball. He had a bad fall.
I'm glad he's okay, but I hate to hear he's checking in because he's a heck of a player. Here's Helly. Nice pass to Lewis. Three ball. Got it! Lewis, his fourth triple of the game. 61-56. Owls within 5. Crowd getting back into the game. Wooten inside to Teichman. Lefty layup's good. A good look by Wooten. Every time the Lions have needed an answer, Teichman's had it for him. Here's Thomas. Transition three. No good. Back iron. Rebounded by Bass. 2 Owls are down. Lions have numbers. Here's Bass down the lane. Runner in the lane. Counted the foul. The Owls get within 5. And just like that, Freed Hardeman makes it 65-56. And Bass will have a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. Timeout's going to be called by William Woods. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout. Timeout is brought to you by Sir Winston's. Get down to Sir Winston's on the South 54 Business Loop. Cold drinks, good food, and good times. Sir Winston's. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Owls down 9. 13:44 here to play in the game. Get a couple stops. Keep shooting well. Owls got a chance in this one for sure.
Hit the nail on the head. Both teams shooting the eyes out of it. William Woods 45% from the field, and Freed Hardeman at 53%. And we are,
how about Woods? 50% from downtown. 9 of 18 from downtown. And 6 of 18 for Freed from downtown, only 33%. The Owls are led by Lewis with 18. And Teshman, they're led by Teshman with 16. So B.J. Lewis, the spark, started the year on the bench, but now has been a consistent starter, man. That guy can move.
PJ has a bright career ahead of him. As you mentioned, he's only a sophomore. Free throw, no good. Rebounded by Seth Thomas.
Mack and Harrison now back into the game for the Lions.
Those are 2 All-AMC caliber players. Here's Nutt. Back iron to 3. Rebound fought for, and a foul's going to be called on Helly.
Gilmore checks into the game too for the Lions. Helly will get a break. Kushaw will check in for him. That's going to be Helly's first, but the team's third at the 13:30 mark.
Here the Owls now showing some full court pressure. They look to trap it. One advantage Mack has, he can see right over the top of that pressure. They play catch on the perimeter. This is Mack, top of the key. Kicks it to Bass, 3 ball. No good, rims out, rebound Lewis. Good dribble up court, into the front court. Double clutch layup, no good. Pass nearly stolen by Nutt. Now it is stolen, but he stepped on the sideline. Good effort by Jonathan Nutt. And even 13 minutes to play. Owls trail 65-56.
Number 3, Hill.
Hill now into the game.
And number 11, Dante Jenkins.
Jenkins into the game as well. I'll set the Owls. Jenkins, Lewis, Hill, Kusal, and Thomas. 13 minutes here to play. Owls down 9.
McLemore sets the offense for Freed Hardeman. Top of the key. Owls have stayed in that 2-1-2 zone. Here's Mack. He found a hole in it. He missed the jumper, though, in the paint. And Jenkins a rebound, but he's fallen out of bounds. Tried to save it, but stepped on the inline. One thing that's tough to do out of that zone is rebound. You play man-to-man. You get your man box out. You get the zone. It's a lot tougher to box out, and it's a lot easier to be an offensive rebounder. Here's a pass inside, deflected, nearly lost by McLemore. Now they recover. 12 to shoot on the shot clock, and a foul is going to be called on Kushel as he bumped Reginald Gilmore.
Defense foul number 42, Clayton Kushel. His second.
Gilmore in off the bench. He goes 6'6".
Number 22, Nate Bittner.
Bittner in the ball game replaces Thomas. Here's McLemore. He lobs out front to Mack. Right wing Bass. Got away with travel. Now he's into the paint. Floater off the glass. Good. He knocked it down straight off the window. Now Jenkins looks to run down the lane, and he's fouled by Bass.
It's going to be Bass's third foul. Shut out in the first half, like I said. He's got 6 here already in the second half. I guess I shouldn't have talked about him.
Those scorers always find their way. Ryan Hill catches the inbound, gives it up for Kushel. Top of the key, Lewis. Left wing, the Mayor. He gives it to Bittner, top of the key. Step back now, back to Jenkins. Left wing, plenty of time to shoot, 24 on the shot clock. Jenkins is harassed and fouled. Foul's going to be on Isaiah Harrison.
Defense foul number 30.
The fourth team foul on the Lions. That's Harrison's second. I was mentioning the Lions bring Harrison and Mack off the bench. Those are two all-conference caliber players that come off the bench for them. Probably why they're 15-0.
Oh, they got some tall guys, man.
It's one thing to have depth. It's another thing to have depth and talent.
And length.
Here's Hill down the lane. His circus shot, no good. In and out. Rebounded by the Lions. Here's McLemore. Kick to Bass, up fake. Now pulls up, 15-footer, no good. Rims out, gets his own rebound. Puts it back up off the window and good. And we're going to have possibly a delay of the game warning as Bass hit the shot, and then as he was coming back to play defense, he knocked the ball along the baseline. You cannot inhibit the team that's taken over a possession after you score. It's a delay of the game warning. If it happens again, it'll be a technical foul. Don't see it called very often.
Lewis will get a break. Nutt will check back in for the Owls.
Here's Hill guarded by Bass. Backs it out on the dribble between the circles. Crossover dribble off his foot. Gets it to Kushel. Back to Hill. Hill looking for a pick from Bittner. Gets a stagger pick from Kushel and Bittner. Nutt left corner. 12 on the shot clock. Looking for a pick now. Crossover. Gets to the rack. Missed the layup. He's harassed by Mack. Nutt slow to get up. Bass into the front court. He pulls up over Jenkins. No rebound. Gilmore put back no good, but he's fouled. And that free Hardeman size is starting to take a toll on the Owls.
Defense foul number 11, Dontre Jenkins, his second.
Gilmore shoot two. Nutt shaking up, holding his nose. Looks like he got hit in his nose a little bit. 11:05.
You've been in sports all your life. The worst thing about getting hit square in the nose is not how your nose feels. A lot of times you can't get your eyes to quit watering.
Can't see, yeah. After the made free throw by Gilmore, Pereira will check in. Bass will get a break. He's got 3 fouls and 8 points. 11-minute mark. The Owls down 70-56.
Once again, both the ladies and the men's game, it's coaches versus cancer, as the coaches for both teams in this game are wearing tennis shoes. Here's a runner by Bittner in the lane. In and out, pinballs out, rebound fought for and controlled by Harrison. Harrison up ahead to McLemore. Now to Mack for a three, short, just nicks the rim. Rebound, Gilmore missed it. Mack the tip, no good. Ball fought, rebound fought for, controlled by Hill. Up ahead to Jenkins in a violent collision. That's got to be a block.
That's a block for sure.
Woo! Saw that coming as Dontre was streaking up the far sideline. Harrison tried to set up shop and take a charge. I'll give him credit for stepping in there because
that's his third too.
Dontre was flying right at him.
Burgess getting ready to check back in, and Hill will get a break. Lewis right back in. He leads all the Owls with 18 in the game. He'll check in for Dontre.
PJ with 4 3-pointers tonight, a career high. Here's Bittner. Fakes a three, step back two. Good, pretty shot by Nate Bittner. Owls trail by a dozen, 70-58 as we hit the 10-18 mark. See if they can take a run at this Lions bench. Mack gets it to Pereira. Pereira top of the key. Kicks to McLemore. 15 to shoot. He skips it to Mack. Mack along the baseline. Fade away. No good. Rebound Gilmore and a putback is good over Bittner. Wow. Reginald Gilmore.
He's got 5 points, 7 boards.
Owls are largest deficit, 14 points. Lewis dribbles between the circles. Right wing Nutt. Jonathan sitting on 3 points. Here's Burgess left wing. Burgess puts it on the deck, pulls up in the lane. He's going to be fouled. Foul is on Mack. It'll send Blake to the line to shoot 2.
It's foul on number 15, Chandler Mack. His first, team 6.
That's his first foul. And Mack didn't agree with it. He walks all the way back to the other end of the court, as far away from the officials and the free throw as he can get. Chandler Mack, 6'7" junior from Corpus Christi, Texas.
Entering the game for free Hardeman, number 20, Big Mees.
Now I believe Mack is bleeding. This happened in the first half also, so assistant athletic trainer Mike McElhenney will get the rubber gloves back on and go to work on
busy today, hasn't he?
He's going through some gloves. Here's Gilmore in the low post, missed the jump hook off the glass, rebounded by Nutt. Nutt splits the 2 defenders, gets to Bittner, 3-ball, no good, back iron, rebound fought for, and a foul is going to be called on Perea. He was battling with Blake Burgess. Burgess hit the deck, and Burgess will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. I'm confused. Oh, there you go. Now they got it right. I didn't think he was going to get to shoot the free throw.
And number 5, Daniel Grabauer.
Burgess will have a 1-and-1 opportunity. 1-and-1 is good from number 1. He now has a baker's dozen, 13 points. And he'll get a second free throw. Free throw on the way, it's good. Owls trail 72-62 as we approach the 9-minute mark. Free Hardeman gets Gravate, Mees, and Teichman back in the game. Owls have been in a 2-1-2 active zone the entire ball game. Here's Gravate guarded by Kushel. Now they swing at perimeter, 15 to shoot. This is Wooten to Mees. Lob inside to Teichman. Good job by Bittner getting him off the low post. He backs down Bittner. Tough shot on the baseline. No good. Rebounded by Bittner. Give Nate credit. Giving up a lot of size. He played some good post defense. Held his ground. Now Nutt to P.J. Lewis. Right corner. Now dribbles back out to the wing. Crossover. Goes to the basket. Get in there. Didn't hit the shot. Foul. P.J. lulled his defender to sleep, crossed over on him and got to the bucket. P.J. launches the first free throw, no good, back iron.
Entering the game for free Hardeman, number 31, Orlando Bass.
Bass will return to the game. Our partner said he's a dead render for Kanye West.
Wow, he is.
Have you found your look-alike in life?
I don't know.
Your brother's pretty close. I know you don't want to hear that, or maybe he doesn't want to hear it. Who knows?
I don't want to hear that. Nah, I don't know. What about you? Who's your look-alike?
I think they broke the mold.
Yeah?
Good Lord said enough of that. It was Bass. Owls trail by 10 as Lewis couldn't convert the free throw opportunity. Bass down the lane, hanging and banging, no good, but he'll get the foul. It's going to be a block on Bittner. He thought he was set.
Defensive foul on number 22.
May have been inside the charge arc. Need to get rid of that thing. We were talking earlier, I saw one of the worst marked basketball courts. There's a few this year as everybody's trying to one-up each other. The worst one I've seen is Oregon. Have you seen their home court?
Yeah, I don't think that's as bad as what we've seen today.
At Northwestern, you don't see them much on television in basketball, and that's for a reason. They've never even qualified for an NCAA tournament in their history as a basketball program, but I'm going to try to describe it. I'll do the best I can. It's got a lot of purple on the hardwood.
Light purple, too.
Where the three-point arc is. It's a real eyesore. You'll have to check it out. Don't watch for long. 74-62 as Bass hits both free throws. He has 8 in the game. Lewis now to Bittner, left wing. Bittner to Kushel. Nice fake to give and go. Then got the shot up, but he missed it. Gravate with the rebound. Hands to Wooten. Wooten into the front court. Owls trail by a dozen. 7.5 to play. Knees back to Wooten. Now right wing Bass. They play catch around the perimeter. Here's Wooten. He splits the defense, and there's going to be a foul on P.J. Lewis.
Defense foul number 20.
Be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Bass, or excuse me, for Wooten. And a timeout's called by Coach Tata. It's going to be a full timeout as they've used both 30s.
Full timeout taken by William Woods. This timeout
full timeout is all timeouts brought to you by Sir Winston. Sir Winston's Business 54 in Fulton. Get down to Sir Winston's. Good times, cold drinks, and good food. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Owls as they come into this one off a big win. They held Hannibal LaGrange to 38 points their last time out. After today's game, they will be at Columbia College, the second half of a women's men's doubleheader. That'll be Thursday night. An approximate 7:30 tip. Get over to Columbia College, only a half hour up I-70, and see the Owls battle the Cougars. And a 5:30 tip for the ladies' game, followed shortly by the men's game. We thank you for tuning in. You can check the William Woods Athletics webpage, same one you got on to listen to us. Check for all home contests, not just hoops, but baseball and softball starting soon as well. Now as the Owls break the huddle, they're staring at a 12-point deficit with 7:19 to play. Owls led by as many as 6 in the first half. It's tough to keep a powerhouse down. Freed Hardeman's proved that this evening.
They're in the bonus. Both teams in the 1-and-1 at least for the next 7 minutes.
Wooten will get a second. He hit the first one, give him a 13-point bulge. Second one on the way. Free throw's good. Partner, we read up on Freed Hardeman, talked to their coaching staff, and anxious to see him play, and they are as good as advertised, in my opinion.
No doubt. They're big, long, lanky, athletic, can shoot it. I mean, they got some weapons I can see are at 15-0 and third in the country.
Burgess missed the 3-ball. Freed Hardeman rebound. Nearly lost it. They do lose it. Turner will give it to the Owls. Wooten lost the handle. It trickled out of bounds, out of the reach of Gravate. Gravate 6'8", but he couldn't run that one down.
You just like saying 6'8" Gravate.
That's the easiest way for me to remember that pronunciation.
Freed Hardeman 9-0 in the conference, as you know. They're only, and then Columbia's 8-1. Their only loss is to Freed Hardeman. So those two top-to-top Lofton Lions at 7-2, and then from 4 down to about 7. I mean, it's going to be a dogfight for sure. A lot of teams with 4, 5, and 3 wins. I mean, that could switch in a hurry as we get, they'll play everybody else one more time. So that's 7 conference games left.
Defensive foul number 3.
Burgess, the bucket and the foul. He'll head to the stripe for a chance at an old-fashioned 3, and he now has 15 in the game. Make it 16. Another fine game, a senior from Jacksonville, Illinois. 76-65. Owls trail by 11. Freed Hardeman breaks pressure. Mack is so useful versus the press. He sees over the top of it, makes good decisions as well. This is Wooten as Freed Hardeman will take the air out of the ball. 12 to shoot. Wooten gets a pick from Teichman. Could have been called a moving screen. No call. To get it inside to Teichman. Lefty jump hook and a foul. As he had Seth Thomas posted up deep in the lane.
Defense foul on number 44.
Seth giving up a lot of size, probably giving up close to 100 pounds to Teichman. Like riding a wild bronco in the low post. Teichman will shoot 2. First one's good.
Hill and Bittner will check in for the Owls. Thomas and Lewis will get a break.
Teichman will get a second free throw. Free throw on the way, and it's good. Lions lead once again by a baker's dozen, 78-65. We hit the 6-minute mark. Owls need a bucket. Need to make a run at them here. They got 6 minutes.
No doubt.
Here's Ryan Hill. He hands to Burgess. Burgess gets a pick from Bittner. Lions have been switching on all picks. They're very good at it. And Nutt, on his way to the basket, gets bumped. And he'll shoot 2 as the Owls enter the double bonus.
His third, team 10.
Jonathan Nutt went over 1,000 points in his illustrious career earlier this season. He'll head to the stripe. Try to add to that total. First free throw is good. Nutt, a 78% foul shooter on the season. He's earned a second. On the way and good. Nutt now with 5 points as Freed Hardeman's done a great job versus the Owls' leading scorer. He comes in a tick under 15 per game. 78-67, Freed leads, 5:34 to play. And once again, they will milk the clock. This is Wooten. Gets in the lane, he's called for a double dribble. Turner will give it to the Owls. They can get this lead under 10 points. That's where you have to start with any kind of a comeback.
No doubt. 78-67, as you said, 5:20 here to play.
Nutt will dribble versus some token pressure from Wooten. Gets it to Hill. Hill is hounded by Mack. Mack looks like he has a... Is that a bandage?
Yeah, he's got one around his neck and his lip, too. It goes from his lip to his neck.
He was bleeding earlier.
So from that fall earlier.
Nice scoop shot by Hill. He goes down the lane. He gets it to within 9. 78-69, just under 5 to play. Here's a nice move by Gravate as he strolled the baseline, hung in midair, and hits the tough shot. 80-69. Lions lead, 4:40 to play. Hill spin move, lefty block, but a foul. Teichman didn't like the call. I tend to agree with him. I thought it was a clean block. We'll take it though. It'll send Ryan Hill to the line. As you always say, the best way to make a comeback's on the free throw line when the clock's not moving.
Yeah, you don't want that clock to be moving, that's for sure. Rattles around and good. Cut it to 10. Hopefully they can get one more here, cut it down. Single digits, 3 possessions. Get a couple stops and a couple scores. Kushaw will check back in. Down 10 at the 4:35 mark.
Second free throw short, 80-70, 4:35 to play. This is Wooten, and the Owls are still in that active 2-1-2 zone. It has been effective. Made Freed Hardeman work for every point today in the half court. Here's a skip pass to Bass. He gets to Teichman, 15-footer on the baseline, rims out, putback's good by Bass. And could have been called for a technical foul as he tapped the ball again after a make. Here's a nice pass from Burgess to a cutting Nutt who lays it up and in. 82-72, 4 minutes to play. They swing the ball on the perimeter. Wooten to Mack, right wing. Back to Wooten. Here's a long 3 by Bass. Is good. Orlando Bass with 13 in the game, just under his average, and all 13 have come after intermission. That 3 was a dagger. 85-72. Now Nutt, a pass from Bittner. Right wing. Yo-yo dribble between his legs. Looks for a pick from Bittner. Gets into the key. Kicks it to Burgess. Burgess traveled. Blake Got caught between shooting a three and making a move to the hoop. And he gets caught for steps. Lions will walk it up. They lead 85-72. They've been more methodical as this game has gotten into the waning moments. Here's Bass. Back to Wooten. They play catch on the perimeter. 15 to shoot. Wooten will back it out as Coach Sutton barks out a signal. 10 to shoot. Now Wooten will tee up a three. No good. Back iron. Rebound run down by Kushel. Outlets to Nutt. Jonathan dribbles into the front court. Pull up. Long two. No good. Rims out. Rebounded by Bass as Burgess hits the deck. Bass will dribble out near midcourt. Now he's skipping on the perimeter. This possession has been very similar. Bass, a long three, and he hit it. So much for milking the clock. Orlando Bass gives Freed Hardeman their largest lead of the game. Bittner answers with a three. He makes it 88-75 with 2:10 to play.
Bass now 18 in the second half.
The Owls will go to a man-to-man defense. First time they've played anything but the zone this entire game. As we get to hit the 2-minute mark, they've got to try to create turnover. Bass, a quick three. And even though he's been hot, that's a poor shot, partner, with a big lead. 88-75. Quick three, Bittner back iron, no good. Rebound, Wooten. Lions have numbers. Let's see if they pull it out, and he will. A smart play by Damon Wooten, the sophomore. He backs it out near midcourt. Time's running out on the Owls. We've hit a minute and a half to play, and Bittner will foul Mack. Mack will head to the stripe. And he is only a 50% foul shooter, so they have their man targeted. And Mack will head to the stripe to shoot two. Both teams in the double bonus. Take this opportunity once again to congratulate this year's Hall of Fame class. They were recognized at halftime of the ladies' game as Mack misses his first free throw. Former softball player Ashley Windmiller, former soccer player Aaron Jules Zamora, and former basketball great Patricia Wilderman all enter the Hall of Fame along with the 2002 men's volleyball team. So congratulations to all of those that went in today as Mack missed the free throw. Freed gets the rebound, but then it's lost out of bounds. It'll be Owls' ball.
Number 12, Regional Gilmore.
Tonight's game sponsor, MFA Oil. Thanks to MFA Oil. Help make this possible. Minute 15 to play. This is Lewis, left wing. They've got to get a shot up quick. He's passed to Nutt, is intercepted, and this one's all but over. It'll take a miracle at this point.
Yeah, Owls down 13. A minute to play. 1 minute.
Let's see if they fouled. Looks like they're just going to play hard man-to-man aggressive defense. Now they try to trap. They're trying to foul Mack, but you really can't take your pick here. Nutt will step back, shoot a two from the right elbow. He missed it. Mack the rebound. And now Freed Hardeman will dribble into the front court, and Thomas will foul Bass. Bass will head to the stripe and shoot two.
Defense foul number 44, Seth Thomas, his fifth.
Tremendous effort this evening from William Woods as they've played toe-to-toe versus one of the best teams in the country, and the final score is likely to be misleading. This game was close throughout. First free throw from Bass is good. 89-75, just 40.5 seconds to play.
Well, somebody woke Bass up at halftime, let him know there was a game. He's got 20 in the second half.
He's an explosive player. He's hit a couple deep threes that have really helped keep this lead down the stretch for the Lions.
Dotson will check in for the first time tonight. 6'5", junior out of Charlotte, Tennessee, Creekwood High School.
Most teams, when they dump the end of their bench in the game, it doesn't come in 6'5" and look like an athlete.
Wow. Yeah, you're not lying there. Lacey into the game for the Owls.
As Burgess kicked the Lewis 3-ball. Good. His 5th 3 of the game.
21 for him.
Give the assist to Blake Burgess. And here's a steal by Nutt. Gets it to Burgess. His shot's blocked and a foul. Owls playing hard right down to the wire. Looked like a clean block. I'm a referee, and there's 22 seconds left in a 13-point game. I'm swallowing the whistle. I don't know about you.
He must not have anything to do tonight.
Free throw's good by Burgess. Makes the score 91-79. 22.6 to play. Freed Hardeman is going to be a beast in the AMC.
Is or are?
Yeah, good point.
Hill and Jenkins will check in for the Owls.
They are a beast, and they will continue to be a beast. Henderson, Tennessee, we've been there, and we'll be there again. Get out to Barnhills in Jackson. I know it's one of your favorite buffets.
Never been there.
You've never been there and just eaten a little bit, that's for sure. Skip the salad if you hit Barnhills in Jackson, Tennessee. Those are some of the best rolls that you'll ever put in your mouth. And my grandmother just rolled over in her grave, but that's okay.
Owls lose this one 91-80. I'll run down some team stats and then turn over to you for some individual stats. For Freed Hardeman, they shot 47% from the field, 33 from downtown, 75% from the stripe. They had 48 rebounds, dominating the glass. 14 assists, 6 steals. Only 1 block. 23 fouls and turned it over 18 times. They got 29 from their bench. William Wood shot 42% from the field, 45 from downtown, 80 from the stripe. Shot it well, but the difference in this one is definitely the rebounds. They only had 27 rebounds, 7 on the offensive glass. They had 11 steals and 5. They had 5. I'm sorry, screen froze here. 5 steals, 11 turnovers, 0 blocks, 21 fouls, and they got 25 from their bench and were led by Lewis, his career high. I'll turn it over to my partner, and he'll run down some individual stats.
Technology is a wonderful thing, isn't it?
That was tough there.
All right, let's get to some individual numbers. Let's start with the Owls. They're leading scoring. A tremendous effort by the sophomore, P.J. Lewis. He has 21 points, a career high, 5 3-pointers. He's 5 from 5 from downtown. They get 20 from Blake Burgess. He continues his solid play. Joining them in double digits, Nate Bittner with 10 points. Rounding out the scoring, the Owls get 7 from their leading scorer, Jonathan Nutt. As Freed did a good job on the senior from Palmyra. They get 6 points from Seth Thomas, also half a dozen from their post player, Matt Helly. Owls get 3 points from Clayton Kuschel. And rounding out the scoring, they get 3 from Ryan Hill, 2 apiece from Dontre Jenkins and Trey Lacey. In the rebound department, it was Dontre Jenkins with 4, and Jonathan Nutt led him in assists with 3. For Freed Hardeman, they get 20 points from Orlando Bass, all coming in the second half. They get 18 from their leading scorer, Kyle Teichman. He's right on his average. Joining them in double figures, 11 from Ben Meese. The rebound department for the Lions, they were led